Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Nice to hear from you. And always look forward to have this evening of Torah thought conversation. It's a very uplifting and very nice experience for me. Picks my brain, makes me think. And I hope that does the same for everybody that's with us. We're going to read this week in the Parsha of Shul, the Parsha of Vayishlach. Yishlach starts off that Yaakov Avinu is returning from his, what should I call it, his escape place from Eisav. Eisav wanted to kill him, so he ran away. He went to Haran, and now he's returning, and he has to cope with meeting Eisav. Is Eisav still out to kill him? Is Eisav calm down? Will Eisav be like a brother, or will be like an enemy? That's the big dilemma Yaakov Avinu was in. So, in order to try to appease Eisav, Yaakov sends him a message. I'm on my way back, and I want to be at peace with you, want to get along. And he sent messengers to give that idea to Eisav, and he got back the messengers. Eisav is on his way with a bunch of hoodlums that are coming to kill Yaakov Avinu. It seemed like. And he was very upset about it, Yaakov Avinu. So what's he supposed to do now? Now he's facing Eisav coming, he's on his way. What should he do to protect himself? So he does three things. Chazal bring out, he prayed to Hashem, and he sent a present to Eisav, a very big present, to appease him and to try to win his favor and win his friendship. And number three, he got ready to fight. In case Eisav does not become appeased, Eisav is coming to fight, so he'll fight. He'll get ready to fight with him. And he had a lot of men with him, because they're servants that he brought, that he had serving him, taking care of all of his belongings that he amassed while he was away. So he had three things that he was ready to do in order to protect himself. To pray to Hashem to protect him, to appease Eisav with some presents that shouldn't have to fight him, and in case worse comes to worse, he's ready to fight. Now, seems to us this is really not too much for us to learn from. We're supposed to learn from the actions of the Avos Imois to a daily life, how to conduct ourselves. But these things that we're talking about now, we don't find ourselves too often, people coming to kill us, and we have to know three things how to protect ourselves. It seems that's very an abstract kind of portion of the Torah that really doesn't have to do with us, our daily life. But that's a big mistake, because we have to realize Eisav represents evil. Yaakov represents goodness and benevolence, kindness. And when we talk about Eisav, we're talking about the yetzer hara, talking about the Satan, talking about the evil in the world that tries to get us to do evil. And we have to know how to overcome it and to face it and to be victorious over evil. Eisav and Yaakov, even the mother's womb, they were fighting with each other. Eisav had this bad character, Yaakov had goodness. Now that they're born and they're grown-up adults along in the years already. How is Yaakov treating Eisav? And the way he treated Eisav is the way we have to treat the challenges that we have of evil facing us in this world. And if we look into it, those three things that Yaakov did, and we mentioned before, are three ways we have to face the yetzer hara, to face evil in the world, to overcome the evil. And I want to discuss those things tonight. So it's very relevant because we all face evil, we all face challenges, we all face yetzer hara, trying to get us to sin, the evil within us, evil from without, evil from within. We have to face that evil, and it's with us all the day, 24/7. That the yetzer hara is there trying to get us to do something wrong, to speak we shouldn't, to act the way we shouldn't in all different ways, and think different ways we shouldn't. The yetzer hara is there. That's we're in this world for, to stand up to challenges. So I want to bring out that we should go in the way of Yaakov Avinu to face the challenges and to be victorious over the yetzer hara, over the Satan. Satan is there 24/7, waiting for us right next to our bedside in the morning to get us going, to sin right away in the morning, whatever he can do, till we go to sleep at night. He's there trying to get us to sin. That's what we're in this world for. That's what he's in this world. The Satan is in this world to get us to sin. That's his job, and that's his purpose in the world, is to get people to sin. And our job is not to listen to him and do the right thing, and not be influenced by the Satan's evil ways of getting us to sin. So we'll take number one, take tefillah. We'll talk about praying to Hashem. We have to pray to Hashem that he should watch over us and not let us be victim of the Satan to make us sin. And this is something that, besides, we have to stand up to the Satan, to evil, but we have to ask Hashem to help us stand up to it. Our rabbis tell us, every day, yetzer hara is trying to get us to sin. If God would not help us, we would not be able to be successful in overcoming evil, the Satan, the challenges that he puts before us. We have to have siyata d'shmaya, we have to have help from heaven to be able to stand up to the Satan. Satan is very strong. He has a lot of powers for God gave him to get people to sin. Because God wants us to overcome it, challenges, in order to give us a lot of reward for overcoming the challenges. And we have a story in the Gemara, I think it's worthwhile saying over, by a man named Plimai, the name was, that when he had a challenge, he would say, give rain to the Satan, arrows thrown in the face of the Satan. In other words, who cares about the Satan? I'll stand up to him. I'll shoot my arrows. In other words, I'm not afraid of him. I was saying literally, but I mean, I'll do what I got to do, and who cares about the Satan? The Satan, used to hear him say that. Okay, Mr. Plimai, we're going to show you. And the whole story in the Gemara, what happened, they say very short, that he disguised himself to Satan as a poor person, and he knocked on the door, and he wanted a handout, needed some food, someone to give it to him, and they said, it was Erev Yom Kippur, I think the Gemara says it was, and he said to them, if you give me food to sit down in the kitchen to eat, everybody's sitting at the table today, it's Erev Yom Kippur, everybody's having a festive meal, sitting together, and you're putting me in the kitchen on the side. So they put him at the table to eat with everybody else, and he started to do disgusting things at the table, the way he ate, the way the saliva came out of his mouth, made himself disgusting. And after a while, the Palima told him, he told him off a little bit. He said some harsh words to him. And he made himself very sensitive and made himself as if he died. Go down, play, died. That he was so it was a fake thing that he was doing to make it look like that. And people were saying, "Hey, Plima killed somebody." It went out a rumor going around, and so he was afraid. And they made up this a false story about him, so he ran away, and the whole he was running away, and it was so upsetting to hold the whole thing. And what the purpose was that why did you shouldn't have spoken to him that way, even though he's not acting correctly, but he's a poor person, and you have to have patience for him, and you have no right to bawl him out in front of other people and tell him to behave himself. And that was the Satan putting Plima in the circumstances of getting upset and saying harsh words to him, and that was considered a sin for Plima to do so. And he was really suffering, Plima, a lot from what was happening. He was running away. They're trying to catch him because they killed somebody. It was a terrible thing. Finally, I'm just making it short, a long story short. He came to Plima, he told Plima, "Okay, it was all fake. I'm the Satan, and I try to mach to you, and I just want to tell you, don't say anymore. Give me back the Satan. Don't tell me from now on. Don't say I don't care about you anymore. I'll shoot arrows at you. I'm not worried about you. I'm way stronger than you. Don't say that. You see that I could get you, and get you to sin and say harsh words to a poor person, and you don't." So he said, "So what should I do? How am I supposed to act?" So he said, "Pray to Hashem, save me from the hands of the Satan. Pray to Hashem. Don't tell me how strong you are and fight me on, like they say. You fight me and don't care about me. I'm stronger than you. You're not stronger than me." The Satan tells him. But you have to pray to Hashem that, "Help me, Hashem, save me from the clutches of the Satan, not to do the wrong thing." And we say in our prayers every day, those who pray for the Siddur every day, the Siddur is, we tell the Kodesh Baruch Hu, we say over there, we said, we said at night time, take the Satan from in front of us who stops us from doing a mitzvah, take him away from us, pushing us to an avera. We pray to Hashem and in the morning also. Don't allow the yetzer hara, the Satan, to be victorious over us and to be strong. So we take those words that was told to Plima and we put it into actual prayers. And we're praying to Hashem that she help us and save us from the Satan, because the Satan, like I said in the beginning, rabbis tell us every day the Satan is there 24/7 trying to make us sin. If it wouldn't be Hashem helping us, we'd not be able to withstand the power of the Satan. So we have to realize that and know that man is weak and the Satan is strong. He's an angel, and of course, you want to call him a bad. He's doing what he was created for. That's what he's supposed to get people to sin. He's not really a bad guy, but that's we look at him like a bad guy, but he's doing what Hashem wants him to do. Wants him to try to get us to sin, and we have to stand up to him and not sin. But part of that is to pray to Hashem to help us. So that is one of the things that we have to have tefillah, prayer to Hashem to help us, just like Yaakov Avinu prayed to Hashem. I don't know if you hear me now. Something's going on the screen over here. Oh, okay, we're back again. So the one step that Yaakov Avinu did, we prayed to Hashem to save me from Eisav, save me from my brother Eisav who's coming to kill me, and he had prayers to Hashem to be saved. The same way we have to, when we're facing a challenge, we have to learn from over here. We have to pray to Hashem to help us stand up to the challenge and not rely on our own ideas and our own input into not sinning. We have to ask Hashem that He should help us, because we're not strong enough to withstand the power of the Satan. That's number one. So that's prayer. Number two, he sent a present to Eisav to appease him for what he did, took away the blessings from Eisav, was angry at him. So he sent to appease him, he sent the presents, a bunch of different expensive animals that he sent to Eisav to appease him, to calm him down and not want to make peace with him. And this is something that we also have to do to save us from the Satan. Now, how does that work? Well, we know that we mentioned before that the Satan is an angel, actual power of evil. Hashem created the world that tries to get us to sin. There's another way of evil in the world. Hashem made our bodies, animalistic bodies that we have, that our bodies crave to do and indulge in physical actions and mundane actions and earthly actions, that we have the urge to eat things that are not kosher. We have the urge to make money, which could disturb us, to work on Shabbos to make money, or to take away time from studying Torah to make people go crazy to make money. Some they don't go to shul to pray to make money. So we have these inner cravings that we desires that our body, physical body, craves for. We have cravings for to get recognition and to be aloof from other people and to talk against other people. That physical enjoyment we have, our body is pushing us to do. So how do we overcome that? Well, we have to overcome it. We have to fight, work hard to not allow ourselves to succumb to these desires that our body is demanding, is asking for us to do. So this is, but we can't go too far. It has to be with a balance. We can't say, well, so then I'll fast every day. I won't eat food because I don't want my body to become too physical and too mundane and earthly, and I won't take care of my body. I won't relax. I'll go to an extreme to keep away from this world's cravings and desires, because a person can't live that way. Even there were great tzaddikim who did live that way. The Vilna Gaon, the great Gaon from Vilna, who used to eat only a little bit of bread in the morning, a little bit in the afternoon, a little bit of water. He slept very, very little, only about 2 hours, 24 hours. And we're great people that were able to do that, but we're not able to do that. We're not strong enough to do that, to keep abstained from the worldly desires to that extent. We have to give in to our bodies to enjoy ourselves to a certain extent. We have to eat, and not only food, but good food for our physical needs and for emotional needs. You can't only eat a lot of bread and water and not any other type of food that would taste. Emotionally, we wouldn't be able to be normal. Our body would rebel against us. So we have to give into the hara. We call that yetzer, our bodily desires, to the extent that we should stay healthy and not get sick. Those people who go to an extreme, people have done it, they've tried it, they're not successful, that they're not able to abstain from this world to the extent that they shouldn't enjoy anything in the world, do everything just not to enjoy themselves. We have to appease our body. We have to send presents to Eisav, that Eisav should leave him alone and shouldn't attack him. The same way, you have to appease our bodies and eat good food, enjoy our food, and take a walk to relax and go on vacation sometime. It should all be for the sake of serving Hashem. We should be healthy to serve Hashem, but we can't abstain totally from these things. So this is part of what we're talking about, that Yaakov sent a present to Eisav to appease him. We have to also work against the Satan, work our desires against them to control them. and not to let them lead our life. People, like I said before, some people don't control their bodily desires, and they go against the laws of the Torah, whether it's eating or money making or all things I mentioned before. So we can't go to extremes to totally leave them out of our life, all the different physical desires that we have. We have to give in to it to a great extent to keep us normal physically and emotionally and mentally. But it has to be controlled and should be l'shem shemayim, for the purpose of serving Hashem, to be healthy, to serve Hashem. So that's another thing, how we have to mimic and to use Yaakov Avinu's way of fighting Eisav. That's why you have to fight the Satan the same way he did. Number one, the prayers we said, and number two, the appeasement that we said. We have to give in to a great extent to our desires in order to stay physically sound. And the third thing, milchama. How do you fight milchama? To fight the yetzer. How do we fight the yetzer hara? Well, to fight the yetzer hara means that we've become very careful in our service to Hashem and doing the mitzvahs of Hashem. And we have to be fight and make sure that everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. And we shouldn't say, well, it's not so bad. I'll go into not a kosher restaurant, but I'll order only kosher food. I won't order any pork. I'll just order fish. Well, fish could be a treif also. Not all fish are kosher. And if it's kosher fish, but how do they make it? They make it with kosher ingredients. So all the sauces they put on it and all the spices they put on it. Well, I'll just go in and have some French fries. And with French fries could be oil that's not kosher oil. It could be made in vessels that were used for trade for things. Get a salad. I'll get a salad. We get a salad. It might have a lettuce. It might have bugs in the salad. And you have to make sure that there's no insects in the leafy vegetables that we eat. Who knows what kind of sauce they put on the salad. So, we have to be very careful, strong. We have to fight for what's right and make sure that not wishy-washy about it. We can't speak the way we want. It's okay. That guy, to gossip about him, it's true. What I say about him, it's true about him. I'm saying the gossip. Well, according to the law, you're not allowed to gossip a person, even things that are true. If it's gossip, you're not allowed to. You have to you have to fight for the truth, fight for the Torah, for what's right, and make things exact. Not to say, well, it's pretty. I don't speak so bad about this. A little bit, no, a little bit. Is it permitted or not permitted? And we have to fight for the truth and make sure if we have to get up for davening in the morning. Well, I get up late and I won't daven the whole davening today. I won't go to shul today. I'll take it easy. No, you have to fight for what's right. You have to get up to the first to go and to go to shul to pray and to pray the whole prayer and not just wishy-washy, a little bit here, a little bit that, a little mincha, a little ma'ariv. As good Jews, we have to fight for what's right, make sure things are exact, the way it's supposed to be. What kind of kosher food in your house? Well, it doesn't have a hechsher on it. It doesn't have, you're okay. But I read the ingredients and don't seem to be okay, the ingredients on the package, even though it doesn't have a kosher seal. Ingredients on the package does not mean it's kosher, because according to the law, you're allowed to put ingredients in a food. If it's a small percentage, they don't have to put it on the label, all the ingredients. So when we read ingredients on a package, does not mean it's kosher in any way. It can be treif, as treif can be, but you can't see it on the package. You have to make sure when we buy food that has a kosher, acceptable kosher seal on it, that we know there was mashgiach, a person in the factory making sure that there's no kosher ingredients, unkosher things put into that food. You can't say, well, it looks kosher, and I don't say it. No, we have to be very on the ball and fight for the Torah values and Torah laws and make sure that everything's up and up 100%. I'm giving a few examples of what we're talking about. Like to wear shatnez, we met sometimes, to wear wool and linen clothing together. Wool and linen is forbidden for Jews to wear putting together wool and linen materials in one piece of clothing is not permitted. Even sewing buttons with linen thread in a woolen suit, you're not allowed to do it. Linen and wool together, you're not allowed to. Well, the guy in the store said that it's all pure wool, so we don't have to worry about it. The guy in the store doesn't know how they make it. You have to have special kosher seal on it. And it's kosher Shatnez factory. It's called. The people that are experts in looking into clothing, and they detect whether there's linen and wool together. It's in the collar, it's in the different parts of women's clothing, men's clothing, overcoats, and things that contain wool and linen together. And but people wishy-washy. The guy in the store said it's okay, as if he knows what's going on. That's called milchama. We have to fight for what the truth and what the Torah wants from us. That's Yaakov Avinu was saying he did the three things, and we have to copy him how to cope with our Eisav. Our Eisav is a yetzer, is a Satan who's trying to get us to sin. We have to go in the ways of Yaakov Avinu. These are the three steps that he took, and we have to take those steps also in order to save us from doing the wrong thing. We have to pray to Hashem that He should help us to overcome the hara. So it's very hard, very strong, very stiff, and he's very smart. He tries to talk us into doing averis. We have to ask Hashem to please help us not to fall trap to the hara, to the Satan. We have to fight the Satan by doing what we have to do, not to go to extremes and go out of this world altogether. We can't live in the world unless we live in the world and with things that are necessary for our health, our physical health, and our mental and emotional health. So we have to give in to a certain to take things of the world to keep us sound and healthy, but not to go too far. And the milchama, when it comes to a mitzvah or a tabera, there we have to be 100% sure that we're not doing the wrong thing and doing the right thing. So if we will, I said in the beginning, it seems that it's not really relevant what he was doing, and now it's making very relevant. That's a way to hit that. Yaakov treated Eisav to stand up to him. That's how we have to treat the yetzer hara every day in life, to stand up to yetzer hara, not to sin, because Hashem.